So earlier I explained the what he's playing over the verses. I got stones in my pathway, and my roots seem dark as night. We learned about that. So right after he plays that, he goes back into this country progression, which we learned previously. Plays that sequence, those 6 notes, before transitioning to what will be the 4 chord. So the 4 chord, again, if you watch the Crossroads Blues, it's similar, except that he's taking out any play on the 6th fret entirely. So the 4th fret, the 4 position here, the 4 chord, is going to sound like this. I got stones my pathway, and my roots seem dark as night. And to play that is, again, this bass lick opening placeholder kickoff lick. I like to play it in this instance by sliding on the top string 2nd fret to the 5th fret top string to kick off that note. So to play this 4 position chord, which sounds like this, do is you're going to bar the 5th fret with your index finger from the 4th string down. So the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings will be barred by your index finger. Okay, like this. And your pinky is going to play the corresponding licks. So in this combination, there is a series of 6 notes being played in all. The first note in that will be, you'll have this bar position which will remain stationary throughout these 6 notes. Your pinky is going to play the bottom string on the 8th fret. That's the first note in that sequence. Then the 2nd note, he takes the pinky off and you're playing the bar. 1, 2. And then you're going to play with the index finger while the 5th fret is being barred, the 2nd string, followed by the 3rd string on the 5th fret. So the first 4 notes are 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are the first 4 notes. So after he plays that 3rd string on the 5th fret, he goes back to this combination, the pinky on the 8th fret bottom string. And then ending the last note is on the 5th fret, barred. So the 6 notes are like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those are those 6 notes. And in that portion, I got stones in my past. Wait, let me lead into that. I got stones in my Passway, and my roots seem dark as night. So those are where the song lyrics are. So it's. He plays that combination and then he plays the exact same measure again. He plays that twice. You're starting off with the bass run, then this lick, so that's that 4 position. Very straightforward, easy to understand. So we've got that out of the way, and after he plays that 4 position, he plays a quick series of 3 strums on the bottom 3 strings. 1, 2, 3. Then back to the bass lick. Alright, so yeah, so after that, this 4 position. Yeah, so he plays this series of chord progressions after that. So after the 4 chord position, he plays a series of 3 strums open, then back into this combination of 6 notes. He plays that combination after that, followed by the 3 open strums, before proceeding back to this country rhythm. So in all, that sequence right after this 4 position is going to sound like this. Again. And again, real slow, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Back to the bass, then to the country rhythm. So that's again another transitionary wedge after the 4 position. Then it precedes the 5 position, which we're going to look at here shortly. So whenever he gets to the 5 position, this is the strategic one that's really hard to play. I go over this a little bit in Crossroad Blues and Walking Blues if you haven't watched those videos already. But whenever he's in the 5 position and the part where he wants to turn around on the song, he goes ahead and takes his slide and plays this. So in this portion preceding to the 5 position, we looked at the 4 chord. I got pains in my heart now. They have taken over my appetite. And that's what we're going to look at here. So in order to get to that portion, the timing is everything. So in this portion below, which we looked at this, immediately after he stops playing that chord progression, I got pains in my heart now. There's a complete dead silence after he plays that chord progression. And somehow you have to keep being in that timing. That's what makes Robert Johnson's music so challenging to play, is the way when he just stops the game, when he just pauses everything to make this statement. I got pains in my heart now. And then he caps off that statement with this sliding on the 5th fret 4th string with great force. And you're toggling back and forth about that fret when you do so. But before you get there, you have to somehow be in timing. So after this 4 position, into that position, you play this. I got pains in my heart. So when he's playing this progression, you stop immediately, you stop the playing, and that's where he starts singing the portion where he goes, I got pains in my heart now. So it's, again, it's, I got pains in my heart now. And immediately after he ends singing that portion, he slides on that 4th fret, 5th string. And he toggles in there a little bit, and then he starts his wind down. And in this wind down, he's on the 3rd fret top string. He plays that, and then he goes to the 2nd fret top string before ending on the 5th string, open. So in this portion it's, I got pains in my heart now. They have taken over my appetite. And that's that portion where he's singing, they have taken over my appetite. They have taken over my appetite. And he sings it in that portion. Now you can play the octave. I have it tabbed out with just the top string, but you can do this rundown by playing the octaves, the 6th and 4th string on the 3rd fret. And then on the 2nd fret too. Sounds more complete when you do it like that. So that 5th position is, I got pains in my heart now. They have taken over my appetite. That's really tricky to get down. So you might want to consider tapping your foot to serve as like a metronome in that portion. I got pains in my heart now. They have taken my appetite. So again, I'll try to tap my foot one more time so you could hear it. I got pains in my heart now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're trying to bridge the gap on that pause. The music becomes dead silent, and Johnson is making a statement. This is what's so complex about his music, is the way that he's able to manipulate timing in a way to convey his music. He's breaking all of the rules of traditional music. So I think it's an excellent thing that he does. So that's that 5 position, and after he plays that, he goes back into this country rhythm. So in that portion that precedes this, or that comes after this, after he plays that, he plays this quick strums on the open strings. On the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd strings open, he plays this 3 times. Real fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He plays that real fast, and then this country rhythm. So that's that portion. So again, it's pretty straightforward. You just got to listen along with the timing, knowing Johnson's timing. So the next and the last thing that we're going to look at is the break in the song, where he's doing this, this instrumental break in the song. That's what we'll look at here next. Alright, so next we're going to look at this portion of the song where he's doing this kind of bass run at the top. We'll go like this. You keep on, or what does he say in the song? Oh yeah. It goes like this. You try to take away my life and all my loving too. You lay the passway from me. What are you trying to do? So we'll look at that. It's really straightforward and easy. So with your thumb, you're going to play 4 notes on this bass run. You're going to go to the 5th string open, go to the 3rd fret 5th string, go to the 4th fret 5th string, then play the 4th string open. So the 4 notes will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's that bass lick. Now you're trying to take away my life is that part of the song that he sings. And he plays that bass run, and then it's followed by this series of little brisk chops. On the 6th and 7th fret, you're going to play a special little chord here. you're going to find your index finger, put on the 2nd string, 6th fret, and then your middle finger is going to be on the 3rd fret, on the 7th fret, 3rd string. So it's kind of like half of that chord we learned earlier. You're just playing half of that. So that's that chord, and he does 4 choppy, brisk chops of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I do that by pinching the strings. The thumb is playing the 3rd string, and the index finger is playing the 2nd string. So the combination will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then when he sings that, he goes, now you're trying to take away my life and all my loving too. You let the passway from me. What are you trying to do? He's singing the lyrics when he's playing this portion. So that's pretty easy and straightforward. So he sings that portion of the song, and then immediately after he goes back to the 4 position. I'm crying, please, let us be friends. So again, we talked about that 4 position. Let us be friends. And when he plays that portion, he again goes to this kind of country pattern. So I'll play it again. I'm crying, please, please, let us be friends. That comes afterwards. Alright, so he plays that portion, and then he goes and reverts back to that 5 position we talked about. And after he plays this country rhythm, he stops and he says, and if you hear me on your Passway rider, please don't let me in. So that's a really difficult part of the song, is singing that and cramming that to be in timing. And if you hear me on your Passway rider, please don't let me in. And that's, you have to be strategic about when you sing that portion. So again, it's compensating for that pause and applying the right licks to keep yourself in that timing. Very difficult. This is a really challenging song to learn, but I want to give you the sort of rundown of how the music is laid out. So when he plays that 5 position, he goes back to this rhythm again. Alright, so he goes to that, and then he goes to the next stanza. And I got 3 days to truck home. Oh, please don't block my brain. I got 3 days to truck home. Boys, please don't block my rain. I've been ashamed by my rider, and I'm booked and I got to go. So again, you're across the remaining stanzas, you're applying the same concepts. He doesn't fluctuate between that. Now, if you listen to Terraplane Blues, he's all over the place. When you learn this song, try to play Terraplane Blues and see if you can match what he's doing. Terraplane Blues is this song on steroids. It's played a little faster. Milk Cow Blues is also another song that's even slower than this one, that you should listen to as well. See if you can play in rhythm there. So to cap off the outro, the ending of the song is again playing this sped up turnaround. You'll be fretting this octave combination. You're going to be fretting the top string. Well, first I'll play it. That's the ending of the song, and it's just this rushed play on the turnaround. So you're going to play the top string, 3rd fret. Your middle finger is going to play on the 4th string, 3rd fret, and you're going to play that chord. So it's play that 3 times, then go to the 2nd fret, play that 3 times, and then to the 1st fret, play that 3 times. Then ending with the open strums on the top strings. And after he plays that, he slides on the 3rd fret, 5th string. Then he plays the 4th string open twice before sliding from the 5th fret bottom string to the 12th fret bottom string. And that's the end of the song. So that's Stones in My Passway. So I'm going to play the song from the beginning, and we'll just kind of cover those elements again. So I'll play it from the beginning, kind of slow. Or let me try that one again. So it's like this. I got stones in my passway, and my roots seem dark tonight. I got stones in my pathway, and my roots seem dark as night. I got pains in my heart now, they have taken over my appetite. Now you try to take away my life and all my loving too. You let that pass away from me. What are you trying to do? I'm crying, please, please, let us be friends. And if you hear me behind your passway rider, please don't let me in. So I know you guys will have fun with this one. Again, try to learn Milk Cow Blues when you listen to something like this. So if you haven't already, thank you for looking into kind of what I do, my mission in preserving this music. For the supplemental ebook, definitely check out my website. Look at the link at the information settings. I'm always posting some things on my Facebook page, Delta Lu Music at Facebook. Subscribe to YouTube, and I come up with lessons like this periodically. This is going to wrap up all of the video lessons that are in conjunction with this ebook. I have all of the videos, everything in this ebook I already have produced as a video lesson, so this is the last one. So I'm working on another ebook with Robert Johnson Volume 2. It's going to be another 10 sides. Another 10 of his classic works. That's being done in the works right now, and that's going to be released around mid-March. So look out for that. And when that comes out in mid-March, that will wrap up the winter of Robert Johnson, and then we'll move on to some other artists. I don't know who we're going to move on to next, but it's imperative that we definitely get Robert Johnson down pat. So it's been a pleasure of mine to present these lessons for you, and thank you for tuning in. And if you have any questions, and always leave anything in the comments. I love all of your comments. I love the constructive criticism. Whatever you have to say, I'm always reading, and I want to do better. So thank you again for following along, and I hope you enjoy this lesson. Take care.